trash talking the military man on Twitter, and then Vince, obviously, Vince is not okay
Mr.
with that.
America
takes it away from him just like that. That's his own fault.
Listen,
do not feel bad for this guy. He messed it up.
Right, he
messed it up.
But everyone deserves a chance. Everybody.
Yeah, he got his chance. He had it, and then he messed it up.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Everyone deserves a third chance.
Yeah.
No. All right, let's move on with this.
Let's move on.
Take it too long.
Constable Corbin was great.
Here's a useless match. Braun Strowman defeated Bobby Roode. Nothing to talk about. It's just one of those throwaway matches. I feel like, it's the same matchups every week on Raw, whether it's Balor versus Jinder or Owens versus Strowman. It's like the same.
Broke a ladder.
Oh, my God. A wooden ladder.
He lifted a ambulance.
Yeah, but that was with like a little bit of a pull too, though.
A little bit of a pull,
a little bit of an assist.
Yeah. Here's my thing with this is that you know what, Bobby Roode's been getting buried for so long, and if they really do want to put beer money together, let him lose, and then it'd be all like, how will I ever get back from this?
Yeah. And then you just hear the click of the bottle
beer?
cap.
Yeah, and you just see James Storm just like sitting there, be like, "Hey, brother, you need some help?"
I'll say
Something
this.
crazy like that.
I'll say this: they will not be called beer money. There will be no references to alcohol. Because it's such a TV
Soda
PG.
money.
Yes.
Soda popping money.
Root beer money.
Root beer money.
Yeah.
Guys, I got the great idea.
They will not be. The only guy that could drink beer on TV is Stone Cold, and he comes around ever so often. They won't have a guy on TV because the kids will imitate him. They'll be drinking. So,
they already do drink.
Yeah, of course they do.
They drink because of what you put on the TV, you idiots.
Just hopefully they do it right and don't, mess it up. Let's move on to this is what I was actually interested in, the number one contenders tag team battle royal. And, we kind of saw this happening. I think this will lead to what we've been talking about for a while.
No.
The B team won, so this is going to lead to hopefully, a Hardy compound match, and you get,
Either way, I believe it's going to be, this is for Money in the Bank.
I don't think so. It's not on the card.
Hopefully it will.
It's not.
The card is stacked. There's like 11 matches already.
They're 3 matches away from WrestleMania.
Oh my God.
Well,
they're
here's
3 matches away.
There will definitely be pre-show.
Yeah, of course.
And a pre-show.
Yeah, and a pre-show.
And then a cruiserweight show.
I think the pay-per-views are now officially 4 hours.
They're officially 4 hours, yes.
That's not counting the pre-show? So when does the pay-per-view officially start? 7?
No, that's counting the pre-show, I think.
I don't know.
I honestly don't know, Tom.
Either way.
Even if it is, it's still too long.
It's too much, man.
Either way, this is what I'm going to say right now. You have a number one contenders tag team battle royal. I understand if you put these guys in, they would have to win, and that'd be AOP. But, are you just forgetting?
Where is AOP?
Thank you. Thank you.
They're on vacation.
What is going on?
They're bringing pain.
Yeah, right. They're going back to NXT.
I don't understand. How do you have a number one contenders tag team battle royal without AOP, who is the NXT call-up for Raw, which is a big one?
How about this? Let me throw another one at you. Look at SmackDown. They teased the day.
What, Sanity?
Yeah.
I know.
Sanity. Coming soon.
No, Sanity.
Coming soon. What is coming soon?
But at least they didn't have a debut.
But they have. They've been on live shows. They've been wrestling at a SmackDown live shows.
Well, either way.
So how do you do live shows and then just not show up on TV? And then it's just stupid things
Sanity's
like that.
next for the Bludgeon Brothers. We can go over that match now. It's going to be a 2-minute squash match, whether it's on the pre-show or on the main card.
Oh, yeah.
Bludgeon Brothers are a win. There's no chance Gallows and Anderson win.
Yeah, let's finish out Raw real quick because, there's a lot we have to still get to. So the Riot Squad defeated Bayley, Sasha Banks, and Ember Moon. I don't care about the Riot Squad.
Just
who cares?
Hey, I like the Riot Squad.
Yeah,
I like Ruby. Ruby Riot's very good.
She's good, but I think her,
her squad should be gone.
Her jabroni,
leave Liv alone. Sarah, sure.
All right, and
leave Liv alone.
The main event was Finn Balor defeated Kevin Owens. It got a decent star rating, 2 3/4. Whatever. They're both good workers.
That's decent.
Yeah, out of 5 stars, it's almost.
Guess.
So Finn Balor, he's one of the best in-ring performers, and Kevin Owens is great as well. Let's move to SmackDown real quick. Asuka defeated Rose and Deville. Well, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Asuka still can't talk.
You know what's okay?
Wait, it was a handicap match.
Yeah,
handicap.
Can I just say really quickly?
Okay.
I was really annoyed by the writing in this because Carmella was like, "You should fight them both," and then Paige comes out and Paige is like, "You don't make the matches, so." I think you should take them 2-on-1.
Yeah, no, Paige...
It's like, you just repeated what she said.
I want to say this right now.
Pick one of them.
Paige is awful awful. I'm hating this as GM.
Once her movie's out,
Paige here.
she'll be gone.
No, I can't stand it. But either way, Asuka, the one thing I took away from this is that obviously we all knew Asuka was going to win this. You can't have her lose to Rose and Deville. But then also, I mean, again, she just like screamed both. Like, she didn't say, I want both. She just screamed both. Does that mean you want both, or are you just randomly screaming both? I'm sorry. I understand, but, like, just...
She needs to pull...
What's so hard about saying two other words?
She needs to pull a Shinsuke Nakamura and just say, I don't speak English.
I think she needs a mouthpiece.
Yeah.
I think,
or
that. You just get someone to talk for her. I don't know who it would be. Maybe, someone like Paige instead of making her,
Imagine Paige's voice with Asuka.
Paige here.
Asuka here.
So, I think she needs someone to talk for her. The only problem is, usually people that have mouthpieces are heels. So I think, turn her heel and, have her team up with Shinsuke. You could have them at the next Mixed Match Challenge.
No, stop.
Be some good stuff. All right, let's move on. This just seems like a bore right here.
Skip this.
Carl Anderson defeated Luke Harper.
With a roll-up, it was bad.
I want to say this. There's a 10-minute video on YouTube. It's created. No, it's not what you're thinking. It is a little biography of Harper.
Oh, I watched it.
It was
that was very good.
It was so good. If they just played that on SmackDown, he would be instantly over. Instantly, he'd be, one of the bigger stars. They did something similar back in the 90s. They had a segment kind of talking about Mick Foley's life. And, once that hit, he became one of the biggest baby faces in the company. I know that's not what they're going for with Harper. I mean, he's part of, the big tag team, Bludgeon Brother tag team. So, I mean, eventually, I think if they do turn him babyface and have him go out on his own, because I think he's talented enough. I've seen some of his solo work. I've seen him and Dolph Ziggler tear it up in a ladder match at TLC a few years ago. So he has the ability. I think he's much better than a Bray Wyatt. I'd rather see him, get the push that he got. So maybe down the line,
Eric Rowan too.
Of course, that's not even close. Down the line, I'd like to see Harper kind of get his backstory out there and let the majority of the fans see this type of mini documentary that we saw.
Harper can go over Strowman. His story is really good. I've seen the whole thing, and I sympathize with the guy because there's a lot of people that don't go over the WWE, and I feel like I can connect with them.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very well done documentary. So check it out. I would just look up Luke Harper, maybe just documentary. It's 10 minutes longer. So let's move on. Naomi and Jimmy Uso. This is Joe's favorite.
Let me just say, Aiden English saved Naomi's life.
Yes. What happened?
She tried to do a dive over the top, and she botched it, and she was literally about to spear her neck straight into the mat, and Aiden just caught her.
Nice.
He didn't even sell it. He straight up went, "Oh my God, she's gonna," and just caught her.
Good guy, Aiden.
I'm
Aiden English.
I love Aiden English's grapple around the neck when he just starts singing.
Yeah, you just hear him. Oh,
yeah. It
is probably one of the most entertaining things going right now.
I'm very excited. To see where, Aiden English, Lana, and Rusev go.
I'm
hopefully
excited
to a nice baby face turn.
Also, Happy Lana Day shirts are now out. If you want
that's
want to get the other
Only
one,
Rusev Day.
Yeah, only Rusev Day.
Only Rusev Day, but I'm liking this push with Lana too. Even though obviously it's not going to go anywhere.
It's just women Rusev. That's it.
Yeah, it's female Rusev, but it's that no Lana Day. It's Rusev Day. Lana, part of it.
Speaking of females, Becky Lynch defeated Charlotte in 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
This is a fun match.
I'm sure it was good. I mean, it's got 3 stars, 2 great performers. I'm not really a fan of the face versus face.
They played it really well. They were great friends, and they were both doing the same moves, and they were hey, no doing it was fun. It was a nice little banter. It was an entertaining match.
I'd like to see this rivalry kind of take a different turn, and I think they could put on some show-stealing matches for sure. And the main event was New Day defeated Rusev, Miz, and Samoa Joe. That's an awesome matchup just on paper. It's got 3.25 stars, which is the best reviewed match of either of these shows, Raw and SmackDown. So maybe I'll check that out.
The way it ended was good too. I mean, you had the Miz, he was going to throw like pancakes at the New Day, whatever, but he ended up missing and then threw it at Rusev and Samoa Joe, so they kind of like turned on him.
Nice.
And then, yeah.
And that's good because it builds up to, it's every man for himself at Money in the Bank, which we're going to get to in a little bit. And by the way, you're listening to The Squared Circle on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Justin Greenberg. I'm here with Joe Ritter, Dominic Arbolino, and we got a special guest. Gabriel's in the house. He's a student here at at Nassau Community College.
At WWE.
I was going to say at WHPC. Let's head to Saturday night. We got NXT TakeOver, which is going to be awesome. It's in Chicago. The crowd's going to be rowdy. We got an awesome stacked card. You guys are really the NXT experts. So I want you guys to kind of
be like the young wrestlers.
I mean,
Dominic, I've had enough of your garbage.
I'm going to be honest. I'm the only one that watches NXT every week.
Oh, look at me.
No, he's definitely the only one that watches it live.
No, because
I don't feel the need to watch it live.
Yeah, because Dom looks it all up months in advance because you could do that.
I read up on it.
I actually watch it every week. Like, me and my dad love watching NXT because it's honestly the best show.
I'll say this:
watch.
NXT takeovers are my favorite events to watch.
Better.
On TV.
Honestly, like me and Dom, we went to the TakeOver in Philadelphia and we went to the Royal Rumble the night after. And I'll tell you, I'd rather have paid double the amount to go see TakeOver twice. I would have rather seen TakeOver twice than see the Rumble.
No, the Rumble was good. I think because
it was good, but NXT TakeOver, we were screaming and going nuts during the Almas Gargano match.
Well, that's also because we saw the 5-star match. I mean that.
What I'm saying is that I'd rather see a TakeOver. I'd rather see TakeOver than Money in the Bank.
We'll see. And that's another problem. You have NXT TakeOver Saturday night. You said you guys were screaming the whole night. Try screaming your lungs out 2 nights in a row. It's not fun.
We tried.
But it's not. You don't have the same energy for the most part. People get drunk, they get rowdy Saturday night. You kind of have a hangover. You don't want to, put in as much energy Sunday.
This weekend we're going to be in Chicago, and that's probably one of the most insane crowds you can get.
It's the best crowd in the
best crowd.
WWE.
I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold has gone on record saying that that's his favorite, area to wrestle. So I think the wrestlers like it, the fans like it, the audience likes it. It's an amazing city.
Also, real quick, before we get into TakeOver, because obviously he's not going to be having a match at TakeOver, Adam Cole will actually be defending his NXT North American Championship against Walter at Evolve 107. I don't know if
who the heck's Walter?
I don't know if anybody's really heard about that or what the event is.
That's British. That's a British.
Say British again.
He was one of the British wrestlers that are coming up in the tournament, right?
Yes. So they're having like an NXT, like another UK championship, and Evolve is like the WWE's like UK show, kind of like NXT, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and so pretty much he's going to be going there, and that's where he's going to be defending his NXT North American Championship.
Why is he not on the card? When is that event?
Because NXT does it right. NXT does it right where they can't fit everybody on the card.
Yeah.
So they just don't. If you don't make it to the card, you don't make it to the card.
This card is awesome. Let's go from the bottom. Where do you think's going to open the match? Open the card?
Probably
Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream?
No, I think the tag teams will start it.
All right, so who do you got winning this?
I have the
Undisputed Era versus Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
Undisputed Era.
I would love to see Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch win.
I was thinking Lorcan and Danny Burch were going to win because I was thinking, to have the titles change. But personally, I feel like there's really no one that can compete with them. I don't see any strong heel tag teams in NXT right now. We don't really know what the War Raiders are yet. As of right now, I think they're face. Either way,
no, they're heels-ish.
I don't know. All right, we'll get. I'm not.
I'm saying that and not trying to be like that, but I'm saying
just bring back.
It's up in the air. It's up in the air. They still have to figure it out.
They do that crowd too sweet thing, but then they kill people. So
the Undisputed Era, I think it's going to take it because I think there's more competitors for them. Obviously, there's tag teams that you can, and also I don't see Lorcan and Danny Burch winning.
Listen, the only reason I like Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch right now is because Oni Lorcan is one of the greatest trolls going right now. Him and Tommaso Ciampa, we'll get to later, are killing it on Twitter with antagonizing other wrestlers.
I saw what Ciampa was saying.
Ciampa's really good right now as far as
calling out the Heartbreak Kid.
He's calling out everybody. He called out The Rock a couple weeks ago, and The Rock responded too, which is great. It's just him and Lorcan are killing it on Twitter. Birch is just a solid wrestler who's, I think this is his second run in NXT because he had a brief stint before. So I'd love to see these guys win. The only problem is that the Undisputed Era is so good right now. Yeah, there is no stopping these guys.
I mean, Roderick Strong has been one of my favorite wrestlers for like a decade at this point. He's, off the chain. Good to see him finally, get a push in the main company.
You know what? I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it right now. I am 100% going with Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch for the reason is that I don't think Pete Dunne is done with Roderick Strong yet. I think he's going to be interfering in this match because I think you're going to lead to